Unky donkey. So for what values does this guy pass this test? So a squared has to be a plus a transpose. So I plug this guy in for a and see what happens. So I get 1c c1 squared, which is times it by itself. And I get 1c c1 plus its transpose. So doing the multiplication, what do I get? 1 plus c squared, 2c, 2c, and then 1 plus c squared again. And this and this are the same matrix, because you can see the transpose does not affect this guy. So I get 2, 2c, 2c, 2. Okay, so what are the equations I get? I get 1 plus c squared is 2. I get that by equating these two circles. And I get 2c is equal to 2c, which is not interesting. In fact, this is the only meaningful equation I get. So c squared is equal to 1, c is equal to plus or minus 1. Okay, this is a useful thing for the next part, because I can say that 1 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 1, 1. I can say that this is in my, is it called H? Yeah, it's called H. So it's in H. Because the next part is to show that it's not a subspace. So I'm going to say, well, look, I have these guys, right? So I know that in part B, I know that 1, 1, 1, 1. I know that's an H. That is an H. And if I say add, what should I do? Should I times by 3? Would that do it for me? I don't know. 1, C. Let's see what happens if I add the other guy. If I add the other guy. Okay, this is an H. So these two things are in H. That's what I found in part A. And if I add them, I get 2, 0, 0, 2. Now, is that going to be an H? I don't know. So what is the condition for H? It's a squared is equal to a plus a transpose. Uh-oh, this is going to be an H. This is in H. Uh-oh. So, that didn't work out so well for me. If I go squared, and how about I'm looking at this equation and I'm thinking, how can I make this not work out? How about I take 1, 1, 1, 1, and multiply by 3, see what happens. Now, is that going to be an H? So I know this is an H. That's what I found in part A. Multiply by 3, is it still an H? Well, let's see. I'm going to see if this matrix passes this test. So here's my test here, a squared. So I got a squared is equal to a plus a transpose for this matrix here. Let's see if it works. So if I do the multiplication here, I get 9 plus 9 is 18. Looks like I get 18s all around. And then on the other side, I get 6s all around. So that new matrix is not in H. Okay, so what have I found? I have a matrix in H, 1, 1, 1, 1. I found it's in H. I found that in part A of the question. I multiplied by 3. And this new matrix is not in H. So my conclusion, H is not closed under scalar multiplication. Therefore, it's not a subspace of the space of 2 by 2 matrices.